Hey everybody, we are so glad you're joining us, and we are so glad you are joining us. Chef Robert Irvine, he's a TV host and author. You do it all, really, on top of being a chef and having all these businesses.
And I can knit and sew too. So yeah,
of course you can.
I'm a good all-rounder.
I think so. I would agree. So, okay, we have to learn a little bit about you because something that you're so passionate about, and you share your passion, is your time in the service in the British Navy.
So I joined the Majesty's Royal Navy at a very young age, 15 and a half years old.
Wow.
Why? Because my mother caught me drinking beer when I should have been at school. So kind of a forced entry into the military. But I was already a sea cadet going to bases and ships weekends anyway. So it's something that I loved. And that passion is carried through in the education of the military, teaching me systems, procedures, and how to get things done quietly and fast. Has really helped me in the civilian world. I mean, I've been out a long time now, at the age of 60 years old. Those lessons still ring true to me as though they were yesterday.
Wow.
So yeah, I got to work on the Royal Yacht Britannia. I got to do warship, got to do all these things. I came to the United States in end of 1996, 97. Was asked while working at Donald Trump's casino to go to the White House. Funnily enough, it's all full circle.
Yeah.
It's very funny. To train the White House Navy chefs how to cook.
Wow.
And I've been doing that ever since. And here we are in 2025. And my passion is still the same. And people say to me all the time, your passion is food. No, it's not. My passion is the military and their families and our first responders. The food is the vehicle that gets me there.
There you go. Oh my goodness. Well, you've certainly turned it into, like you said, a mission, a business, everything, because that's why you're here in St. Angelo. We have a huge base, Air Force Base, Goodfellow, of course, and you're here to really educate the folks out there about nutrition.
So I was in Columbus Air Base last week, where we trained 2/3 of our pilots.
Wow.
Goodfellow tomorrow, feeding 1,200 folks. But before that, I'm here meeting with industry leaders and business owners to talk about how do you run your business using technology with Optimum. I'm an advisor from Optimum. And then tomorrow is the base visit. So tonight we have a dinner with, I think, around 80 folks, local businesses, to talk about how can we help them better serve their customers using technology. And I think that gets lost. And tomorrow, 1,200 folks at Goodfellow, and a lot of fun. Yeah, it's all about telling young folks that decide to put on our uniform or the cloth of a nation that we love them no matter what's going on. I think America has forgotten about our military, even though it's got bigger recruitment numbers and all those things. It's starting to get better, like it was years ago, because people have more pride.
Right.
And tomorrow we'll do that. We'll cook for 1,200 folks, a healthy, nutritious meal, even though it's barbecue, some great things. And again, just say, hey, look, listen to their concerns. I go back and take that to leadership and say, okay, this is what we're missing, this is what we're doing, this is what we need. And then we go into the next space. So for me, it's really exciting to talk to those things. And if you think about this, as an old guy, I've been doing this for 20-something years. And I meet people that I met when they were young, enlisted, and then they've gone on to be, 1-star, 2-star, 3-4.
Oh wow! You keep up. You get to see them.
Yes. All the time.
My goodness, that is amazing, and that just speaks to the relationships that you build. And in your book, you mentioned that in your business, it's the relationships.
It's the biggest thing that nobody understands. And I'm not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, brother and sister. Relationships with a common cause. What does that mean? Well, what are you trying to achieve in the world, and how can you achieve it? And you can only achieve it with the help of somebody else. Team doesn't say I. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned over the years of doing television, the military, all the things that we do in business, is there are smarter people you hire. I have 2 chefs. People think I'm an amazing chef. No, I'm okay. I've got 2 chefs better than me that work with me. So I believe in hiring the best people, smarter than yourself, and not letting ego get involved. And not many people do that.
Yes, yes. And so we were kind of chatting before we started recording, and you have to have the tough conversations with folks. How do you go about that and approach that when they really don't want to hear it?
I don't really care. and I say I don't care. I care about the topic.
Right.
But I can't worry about, my delivery is not always, no, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that gives you tough love and tells you as it is. The same as what we did when we started with the Army modernization of feeding. Guys, you're doing it wrong. You should be looking at this. And luckily, I've got great people. The Chief of the Army, Randy George, Lieutenant General Mohan, Lieutenant General Michelle Donahue, who are receptive enough to understand the industry knows better than the Army. Army does things for a reason. We teach them how to shoot guns and tanks and all these things that they do really well. Yeah. But they don't run the feeding platform well, and that's something I do. So I don't necessarily care about your feelings. Sorry. I try to deliver it nicely, but sometimes nice doesn't work.
Right, yes.
And honesty is the best policy. Just, hey, look, you're not doing it well. This is how I would do it. Either get on board or not, and we won't do it, or we will do it. So, and I think that's what's been successful for my career is, and even yesterday, talking about nonprofits. There are so many nonprofits doing great work out there, but half of them won't exist in 5 years from now because there's only so much money to go around.
Exactly. And speaking of your career and building those relationships, everything coming back full circle, did you ever dream that you would build this empire when you were caught drinking beer at 15 years old?
No, I think there's a little bit of luck. There's some strategy, a lot of luck and some strategy, meeting the right people in the right places, and being open and honest with how you view what you do, but also what other people do. And I get it. I'd be drinking a beer at a bar, or we'd be in a restaurant somewhere, and somebody will always tell me, we watch you and we love your directness, but they necessarily don't love my directness.
Right. So. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. We know you got tons of stuff to do. Is there any final advice that you would share with, maybe the military, maybe entrepreneurs?
I would say this to everybody watching this. It doesn't cost money to help somebody. It means helping them across the road, opening the car door. If you go to a grocery store, you see food going through the register and it's not being paid for, buy it if you can, maybe for a child and not being fed. That's my challenge to each and every one of you. If every one of us did one good thing for somebody we don't know, our world would be a whole different place, and be nice to each other.
Oh my goodness. We accept that challenge, right, everybody? We love it. Well, Robert, thank you again so much for being with us today.
You're so welcome. Okay.